Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Let's Slice Data with Saurabh. So as you know that in the last lecture I promised that I will create videos on this MS Azure cloud services. So those who are new to cloud and let's say they have to start something on cloud, so they will listen a lot of terms. Do you have Azure subscription? Have you entered into the virtual machine? Have you logged into the Azure portal? Do you have all these services created already? Are you going to use the SQL services there? So there are several kind of services, around 200 kind of services are there in MS Azure. And I promise you that I will break down them in simple steps. So where you have to start. So first of all, Azure subscription. So this is the first thing which you have to understand. If you have not seen my previous video, please go there and watch where I have explained about these services. What are all these services and how they are coming together to help you to do your job, basically, to make your job easy. OpenAI, Chat GPT. There are so many things are there. So I'm telling you, the world is changing pretty fast. If you do not know about these cloud services, OpenAI, Chat GPT, and you don't know how to create a PPT on tome.app, then you are gone. I mean, nobody is going to talk to you because everyone is looking for people who can do the work in a very less amount of time. So time is important now and they need the quality output. So if you do not know how to use Azure cloud and why we are using Azure cloud, so I've created that video as well, that you have to see that, okay, what is infrastructure as a service, platform as a service, and software as a service. What is the difference between them? I've already created one video. You can go there and watch. And for this Azure series, I am creating one playlist there. So you can go and watch one by one videos that, okay, first is Azure subscription. Today I'm starting that because it's a long weekend, very long weekend and holidays and everything. So I thought let's utilize my time and let's work on that. So we will talk about Azure subscription first of all. So you have to understand that what is Azure subscription. So whenever you are going to work on MS Azure, they will ask you for the subscription first. Okay, that do you have the Azure subscription? If your company have the Azure subscription, that is great. If they do not have, then they will ask you to take the Azure subscription, and there is a hierarchy like management group, subscription, resource group, and resources. Trust me, guys, when you are new to Azure cloud and Azure platform, they will say that, okay, do you have the access of RSG, that is resource group? And you are thinking, oh my God, what they are talking about? I do not know anything about it. What is subscription? I do not know. What is resources? So resources, resource group, subscription, management group, I am going to explain everything in a very simple language today. So you have to just be with me and please subscribe this channel if you want to learn more. Why? Because learning is a key. If you do not learn, you cannot survive in IT industry. Trust me, guys. So first of all, we have to go through these four hierarchies. What are they? And why do you know, why do you have to know them? Otherwise, there are so many things to do in the world. If you are working in IT industry, there are three kind of clouds. I've already informed you the three major service provider. One is Google, that is GCP, then Amazon, that is Amazon Web Services, then it's Microsoft Azure. And Azure is the most common. Most of the companies are adopting it. So I thought that, okay, let's disintegrate that. Let's say that, okay, uh, I can say we can deep dive into that, okay, let's see what is there. And I will make it simple for you, very, very simple. What is resource group? What is resources? What are subscription, management groups? And trust me, guys, these are very simple things, very simple terminologies, which you have to know. And once you know, you are able to answer a few of the questions. Okay, so let's first of all talk about the management groups. So what are Azure management groups? Azure management groups provide a level of scope above subscription. So you can understand that one management group can have multiple subscriptions within that. So management group is what? At the organization level. They are called containers, called the management groups, and apply your governance condition to the management groups. All subscription within a management group automatically inherit the condition that apply to the management group. So management group is nothing but, you can say, a level up to the subscription, like you are taking the Netflix subscription, right? Similar way you have to take the Azure subscription, and above that there is a management group which manage multiple manage subscriptions. So this is a hierarchy. You just have to understand that you can see here, this is the management group and it has multiple subscription. And in the subscription, it has resource group and then resources. I will tell you what all they. Azure subscription definition. So first you have to understand management group. You have to understand above subscription, multiple subscription can stay in that management group. But then what is the meaning of Azure subscription? Azure subscription is a logical container used to provision related business or technical resources in Azure. Why do you want to use Azure? First of all, do you know that, okay, what kind of services Azure are providing? 200 kind of services are there, but maybe more, but you have to take only few of them which are important to you. Maybe you need Azure Data Factory, Azure Databricks, virtual machines, databases like SQL and all. So they all become resource for you. So Azure subscription is what? A logical container used to provision related business or technical resources in Azure. So resources, I have told you, whatever is there, like resources like virtual machines, databases, and more. So when you create an Azure resource like a VM, you identify the subscription it belongs to, because you have to take the subscription, because subscription is a money. You have to pay for that. Some subscription are free, but some subscription you have to pay money. Like, you know, in the Netflix also, you can see few of the movies free, but for others you have to pay for that. So similar subscription you have to take for Azure. So one thing is clear, one is management group, then the other one is Azure subscription. Now coming to the Azure subscription definition, it is a logical container, as I told you already about this. Now go move to the resource group. So resource group is what? Whatever resources you are going to use in that particular Azure subscription, just create a group of that. You don't need 200 services. You need only those services which can help you to complete your job. Like, you need to pull data from somewhere. You need a logic app for that. You need to store data somewhere. You need storage account for that. So these are all become resources, and whatever resources you want to use, you can club them and call it as a resource group. So resource group is a container that holds related resources for an Azure solution. The resource group can include all the resources for the solution or only those resources that you want to manage as a group, because I do not want to watch everything, right? I don't want to include everything in my Netflix subscription. Similarly, resource group, I just want to utilize only few number of resources in this particular Azure subscription. So I will create a group out of it. Okay, I will tell you about resources, then it will be easy. So resources are what? Resources is nothing but Azure service. So you have to understand this, like whatever Azure services you are going to use, like whatever you say, storage account, web app, databases, virtual network, virtual machines, these are all the resources. So these are basically the services which you are going to use in the Azure subscription. So resources, then resource group, they belongs to one subscription, and subscription will come under management group. So I am making it simple for you guys. So like resources, I told you whatever kind of resources you want, like virtual machine, SQL database, or databases, containers. I will explain everything to you. Don't worry about it. Okay, all these resources, you want to put them in one resource group. What is resource group? The collection of all the resources is called resource group. Then they will come under one subscription, that okay, he has taken this particular subscription and he can utilize only these many resources, because it depends upon the money, the charge. They will ask you to pay something for these resources, and you can club them together to keep it in a resource group. Then it will become under subscription. Then you can go for the management group. Management group is nothing but a organization level. As I told you, it can contain multiple subscription. Let's say for the analyst person, I need a simple kind of subscription where they can do lot of development related work. So for that subscription, that is one subscription. Let's say for managers, I want them to just see the Power BI reports, the dashboarding tool of the Azure. So you can just give them that subscription, that okay, that subscription belongs to, but all of them will come under management group. So management group, then subscription, then resource group, then resources. I hope this thing is clear to you. If you have any doubt, please put me the question. So hierarchy, as I told you, management group contains one or more subscriptions. Inside a subscription are resources groups. Resource groups belongs to exactly one subscription. A subscription can have many resource group, as I told you, but resource group may belongs to only one subscription. And what is resource group? They are the collection of the resources. So collection of resources will become resource group. Multiple resource group will belong to one subscription, and then multiple subscription belongs to one management group. So this is the hierarchy you have to understand. When they will ask you that, have you ever worked in the Azure cloud subscription or Azure cloud projects, they will ask you about these questions. What is a resource group? What are the resources? What is the subscription? What is a management group? So you have to answer all these four. Okay, then what kind of subscriptions are there? There are four kind of subscriptions, guys, which you have to understand. The first one is free subscription. You can go and create your account in Azure for free. You will get the credit of $200. $200 for the first 30 days, free limited access for 12 months. So they will give you some resources there. Pay, then you can say that, okay, I can convert that to pay as you go, generate some monthly charge depending upon the amount of cloud resources you used. So free is free, but they will not give you all the resources there, but they will give you something like $200 credit. They are giving it free. They will, you have to give your credit card account number there, but they will not charge anything out of it, up to $200. So you can utilize the resources which are there in the Azure subscription for the $200. Once you cross that limit, then they will charge you. So you have to make sure that, okay, whatever free resources are there, you can use only that much. Then pay as you go. Pay as you go means like, let's say I want to do it only for 1 month. I will take it pay as you go. I want to do some database migration, or I want to do some ML kind of use cases, or I want to do some knowledge mining kind of use cases. I will take that. I will do it in 1 month. I will pay whatever is there, and then I will go. Enterprise, a single enterprise agreement is made for bulk purchase of subscription with discount on for new licenses and software assurance targeted at enterprise scale organizations. So this is just the enterprise subscription, like a company will take it. A student, this include $100 for 12 months. This subscription can be activated through without a credit card. However, student verification is required. So your ID card and everything is needed for this student subscription, and you needed that. So remember this thing, guys. Again and again, I am telling you what I am trying to tell you. You have to remember this thing. The management groups can have multiple subscriptions. A subscription may have multiple resource group, and resource group have multiple resources. Resources are nothing but services which are provided by the Azure. So just for your understanding, I have created this small presentation. I hope you got the understanding at least that what are all these things, and then you are able to answer the questions in the interview. So guys, please keep watching. Next video, I will cover the virtual machines, and then I will go slowly accordingly to that. So, so that you will get the easy understanding of this Azure services. So please like, share, and subscribe this channel if you want to learn more. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day. Bye, everyone.